Welcome back. We're happy to be joined tonight by Halifax Mayor Andy Fillmore. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Good to be with you, Todd.
A lot on the go. Maybe we can start with a bit of a status update as you know it is what's happening right now.
Yeah, so the fire footprint has been declared that it's reduced from around 30 acres to about 15 acres. I beg your pardon, hectares. Those numbers are in hectares, 30 hectares to 15 hectares, which is good news. The weather helped with some of that. There are 20 to 25 Halifax Fire and Emergency firefighters on site with 6 pieces of equipment, 6 trucks. There are about 30 Nova Scotia Department of Natural Resources firefighters on site, and they were able to bring the 3 firefighting helicopters off the ground today when the fog lifted. So there was a lot of activity happening out there. I spent part of the day at the Emergency Operations Center participating in all of that, and I have to say all the agencies and departments are working so well together. It's a very well-oiled machine, and I think it bodes well for bringing an end to this.
This was the thing everybody was frightened of.
It lives in our hearts now, doesn't it, after 2 years? I think the trauma is still very, very real for people. I am so grateful to all of the HRM and provincial residents who are not going in the woods, who are helping to keep us all safe by following the provincial directives, and to all the firefighters that are on the front line there, making sure that this doesn't spread.
Let me ask you about that. They had the provincial update earlier in the day, and a DNR spokesperson indicated it was human cause, the result of an open fire. What do you know of that?
Look, I am focused right now. The HRM team is focused on fighting the fire. We'll figure out later what caused it. I don't have any evidence to the contrary of what you've shared there. I do know that fire teams have been active all week across the province, including in HRM, putting out fires here and there, whether they were human-caused or on purpose or accidentally by machinery, whatever it is. People are still finding a way to start fires. I can't stress enough, we are having the driest August on record. It's drier than it was 2 years ago when we had the other wildfires. We are in desperate need of rain, and every precaution that each of us can take individually or collectively is absolutely the right time for it.
Are you aware of any construction in that area that might have sparked something? Does the city know of anybody who might be living in tents in that area?
I'm not going to speculate on that. Like I said, right now we're focused on getting the fire under control. We can figure out what happened after that, but right now with our finite energy and resources, it's focused on fighting the fire.
The DNR will be investigating this. This is normally the case. Should Halifax Police be brought into this? Should there be a criminal investigation element to this?
Well, I suppose in the case of any event where there's criminality, that it's appropriate for the police, but I haven't seen any evidence of that yet. If that comes out in the future, then the answer would be yes.
We spoke to your colleague, the Mayor of St. John, last night, and the City of St. John has a plan where it's going to move encampments that are in wooded areas and public areas within the City of St. John. Does Halifax have a plan like that? We know there are still plenty of people in tents who are in wooded areas.
There's no question the tents pose a risk. We've all been asked to not be in the woods and to not camp. We've all been asked to not have open fires to the extent that those things are still happening amongst the homeless community. I am in a preliminary discussion with the Provincial Minister of Housing, Scott Armstrong. It's too early for me to get into any details about that, but we want to make sure that everybody is safe and that they have a safe place to go to that's not going to get them or anybody else hurt.
Okay. Should they be out of the woods? Should tents be out of the woods?
I don't think any of us should be in the woods right now.
Okay. Should there be limitations on construction? We heard the province saying they would like farmers to limit their working hours, to not farm during the hottest, the peak hours of the day. Should something similar happen within industry and construction? Because there are those fears of sparks, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, the rules, as I understand them for construction, aren't terribly different than the rules for you and I. You know, as long as we're staying away from wooded area, grassy areas, using common sense, I understand that it's possible to undertake some of that kind of work if you've got fire containment systems in place, so that if something were to happen right away, you can put the fire out. What no one would want to see is anybody doing any potential activities, construction or otherwise, that could start a fire and not have a plan on site with the personnel that are already there to contain it.
You mentioned the drought and just how dry it is around your municipality, people running into dry wells in certain parts of the community, and I understand that there's a plan now to help those folks with drinking water too.
Yeah, that's right. So we're working on a number of sources. Halifax Water can provide water. We've had other corporate volunteers show up with offers of water that we're accepting. So this is a time, you know, we always talk about this when we have a hard time. This is a time when Haligonians and Nova Scotians join together to help each other out. And if I could share a really nice story, actually, there are two restaurants in Bears Lake, Montana's and the McDonald's, that have volunteered to feed the frontline firefighters that are out at the blaze out there on Susie Lake. So I just want to say thanks to them, and it's a really remarkable moment.
Yeah, and I heard that, in fact, there's a couple of private mom and pop shops that are doing the same type of thing too. There certainly is an initiative there. You know, we got that little bit of moisture today. There's Kaylin telling us there's more in the forecast for tomorrow evening. What is the sense among people within the city's EMO about you know, just where that stands, how much we will need before we feel confident that, you know, we may be able to get past it?
We're all hoping for a good soaking, and there is a little bit of precipitation forecast. Whatever way you pray, or we all pray, or express our hopes for that forecast to grow and for get more rain on the ground. Let's do all those things. But right now, I think the firefighters are doing an incredible job. The footprint of the fire is not growing. No structures are involved. No businesses or homes are at immediate risk. So we're in a good place right now. I don't want to jinx it, but we're going to...
Any indication when those evacuations might be lifted and the Bears Lake shopping area reopened?
When that fire is under control. Right now, it's still categorized as out of control. Okay. So that's for everybody's safety.
All right, Mayor Andy Fillmore, thank you very much for coming in this evening.
My pleasure, Todd.
We'll take a break. Much more on the other side. Stay with us.